Hey guys, so this is the introduction to Unit 6 of TEP444. So I'm gonna start off by introducing my friend here. His name is Tafidor. Everybody calls him Taf. He's a guitar enthusiast. I think I introduced him in my last video as well. He's been doing this for 5 years. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing, and he's been teaching me the basics as well. So today I'm gonna find out more about why he does what he does, and hopefully it gives me some insight into how I can find a hobby of my own or something that I may be talented with. So the first question I have for him is, what inspired you to get started?
Okay, so while I was back home,
Sorry, the
okay, right. So while I was back home, so what our friends used to do is we used to work or study all day, and then at the end of the day we would meet together, and then there was this one friend who would play the guitar for us. Like he would just bring it along with him all the time. So we would ask him to play, and then he would play, and we would jam, and that would be like the best part of our day because we'd be stressed the entire day, and then we'd be having fun with the guitar. So we used to wait, like all of the friends, we used to wait all the time for that friend to be free. So he comes over with his guitar, and then he can play, and then we can jam, we can share a vibe. But then at one point I started wondering, the time I'm giving to waiting for that friend, might as well just use that to learn this, right? Like maybe I can play for myself, or maybe I can learn a few things about the guitar. So that's when I started, and when I first played the tune and I actually learned 2 or 3 chords, like I could tell the sound and everything. It inspired me. It inspired me to keep going, and then just to learn more about this.
Nice. So it sounds like he was surrounded by people that were doing it, and that inspired it for him. So I can see how that would work. That like I think everybody's influenced by what their friends are doing. So yeah, I can see how that would work. So the next question I have for him is, so like what inspired you to like keep practicing and keep getting better? Because it's been a long time, right? So
My first song.
uh, tell us more about it.
Yeah. So when I learned the chords, I would struggle to sing and play the song. And at one point I actually kind of gave up. I was like, maybe this is just not meant for me, or I'm not playing the right thing. But then I used to struggle and fail every day till at one point, one day, I actually played it and I could hum the song. The next attempt I make, I try to sing the song, and then it started coming. Like I could tell, like I'm learning. My chords are there, the sound is perfect, I'm singing, it's going well. And when I mastered that one song, it inspired me to like learn more, like more songs that I used to listen to when I was a kid, or something that inspires me, or anything that I love, to be honest. You can play it, like it's an emotion. It just so that the one first song is probably what keeps me going. Like learn more, play more.
Interesting. So like he really enjoyed that first experience, and that was a trigger for like his everyday motivation, I guess.
Yeah.
You could call it. So that's pretty interesting. I guess that like tells you early on if you should invest more time on it or not. It might or might not be your thing. So I think that's a pretty good insight.
Yeah.
So next we're gonna interview another friend who is talented in a different field, but I'll leave that for later. Okay, so welcome to the second part of Unit 6, TEP444. So in the previous part, we talked to my first friend. The friend was giving me guitar lessons, and we talked to him about how he was inspired to start that hobby of his, and we're gonna take a similar route today as well. So today I'm gonna introduce my friend Samiha. She's a third-year architecture student at U of T, and she has a talent for digital art and painting in general. So yeah, Samiha. So the first thing I want to ask you today is, the first thing I want to mention is I wanted to meet in person, but we just couldn't schedule around it. U of T keeps us both on the grind, as is evidence from this meeting.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to know is, how did you like get into it? Like what inspired you to start painting, and like what was the trigger?
Basically I started painting and basically being in this visual art scene like since I was little. So like visual art was just an outlet where I was able to like express myself outside that like just like the academic, because I was in a very STEM based school. So like art was a very like 180 different than that environment, and from there I was able to express myself. I growing up I was also enrolled in art academy, so like that really pushed me to like explore different avenues of art. And I kind of like realized that I have this niche for like painting in particular, like semi-realism. And like I also like, with the advancement of technology, art became very accessible on digital platforms. So like that also like drove my passion for the visual arts, and now I'm here. So it's like this combination of like trying to find a platform to like express yourself unapologetically, and also like kind of like practicing a platform where I can like practice and keep myself in a discipline.
Interesting. So like, how did that help you? Because like now you're in architecture, and obviously this plays a big role in your day-to-day life. So how did that, I imagine that helped you like pick architecture. So how did that incorporate into your decision to go down this field?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Adnan. I basically, like I told, like I was in the same field, and
I'm sorry. Keep going.
okay, I was in the same field. So like I come from a very like science and physics background, and like while I was doing art beside, I just found that like architecture kind of really marinated these two different fields, and I'm able to like use my STEM skill in addition to like creatively express myself using the stuff I learned in art. And at U of T, architecture it's a bachelor's of arts program, so like it's a very like um creative base rather than more technical basis. So like it really helps me to like blend the two of this discipline together. And from there I just think that like architecture is a very great representation of when the arts and the sciences come together to like create a discipline.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I definitely agree. So I think we've learned some things here. You picked up a hobby early on, and it immediately you knew that like this was the way you wanted to express yourself. And as soon as you picked it up, not only did you know it, you knew that you wanted to continue and get better, and ultimately it led you to your decision to pursue this for the rest of your life, essentially. So that's pretty good. Hopefully I find something like that. JK, I love engineering. Anyway, that's great. I think that's really all I wanted to know from you. I think that helped me a lot. And yeah, hopefully we have more discussions such as this one in the future. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.